Welcome to Holy Cross Faith Memorial Episcopal Church. We're here for a live public performance by the Indigo Choral Society. I hope you enjoy.
have this opportunity to sing here at Holy Cross. And because we have this opportunity, we also have an opportunity to sing with the organ. So Brian is going to play for us to sing on the organ while we sing Lo, How a Rose Your Living. dear friend of mine, Mr. Bill Ogarsh Jr., I just know him as Bill. He is coming to read for us several readings throughout the afternoon. And he and I went to high school together. In fact, we were in a play together. If I'm not mistaken, you were the mean guy, right? Yeah. And what is called Dirty Works and High Places. I played the grandmother. I was sweet and innocent. And he was a mean man. Anyway, he's not mean at all. He's a really good friend. And he is going to read for us. Was the night before Christmas?
She's a better actor than me. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama, in her kerchief, I, in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the shack. The moon, the fresh, the new fallen snow, gave the luster of midday to objects below. With what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they gained, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Thunder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle down to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof that drew in my head and was turned around down the chimney. St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot. His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face, a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby, plump, jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye, a twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Clement Clark Moore, 1823.
Free, my listening,
Yeah? You sure? You're not gonna buy home bucks yet? No lies yet? You bought my Christmas present yet? Getting in the mood for Christmas is our next piece. I know we're in church, but if you feel like you need to move, go right ahead. It's okay, all right? David danced before the Lord. they already know the story, but yeah, so I'm gonna share it with you. My family, is a real big Elvis family fan, so much so that both of my brothers are Elvis impersonators. And if you went to the Georgetown Christmas parade yesterday, one of my brothers was Elvis in the Christmas parade. Okay. My brother has a dog named after Elvis. We like Elvis so much that my daughter's due date was Elvis's birthday, which I will work on January 8th, thank you very much. But she didn't come on Elvis's birthday. She came on Richard Nixon's birthday the next day. So, anyway. And we love Elvis so much that my niece Presley is named Presley, or Elvis Presley. So guess what? We have never been to Graceland. Never been. We just like Elvis. We like his music. We like to watch his movies. We just like to see what, just like Elvis. So we want you to like Elvis as much as we do. So I just need to stand up. Yeah, stand up. You need to stand for that. So we're going to get another Elvis fan club. The first thing you need to do is stick your leg out and stick that hip out to the side. You got to cock your little. And get that finger up and go. I'm fighting for votes. I'm fighting for votes. Some of you are doing it, some of you think I'm crazy. You gotta look to the other person to your side and say, and you ain't nothing but an L dog. You are now official fans of the Elvis Club. You can see it.
Back to me. If you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon. Dear Virginia, your friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except they see. They think that nothing can exist which is not comprehensible by their little minds. And all minds, Virginia, whether they be man's or children's, are little minds. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they exist, and that they give your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginians. There would be no childlike faith then. No poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. And the eternal light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys of the world on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus, but even if you did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is not a sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are things that neither children nor men can see. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders there are, unseen and unseeable in this world. You can tear apart the baby's rattle to see what makes the noise inside, but there is a veil covering the unseen world. A veil which not even the strongest man, nor the united strength of all the strongest men who ever lived can take apart. Only faith, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond. Is it real? Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world there is nothing else that is real. No ivy. No Santa Claus? Thank God he lives, and lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood. Francis Farcillus Church, the editor of the New York Sun, December 1897. feast came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is he? We have seen his star." King Herod called together all the wise he knew and asked them where the child should be born. "Bethlehem," they said, as the prophet is written. Then Herod sent the Magi to Bethlehem, saying, "Go, search for the child, report to me that I may come and worship him too." They went. The star went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. And coming into the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and bowed down and opened their treasures, and presented gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their own country by another way. The birth, according to Matthew, about 65 CE. And there were in the same country shepherds, keeping watch over their field, their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. The angel said unto them, "Fear not. For behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger." And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God, and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men." The birth, according to Luke, about 80 CE. Who knows what the facts of Jesus' birth actually were? As for myself, the longer I live, the more I yearn for miracles. And I would so like to believe that if we had been there that night, we might have seen and heard things that would be impossible to explain. But of course, that is not the point. Because the gospel writers are not really interested primarily in the facts of the birth, but in the significance, the meaning of that birth for them. Just as the people who love us are not really primarily interested in the facts of our birth, but in what it meant to them that we were born, and how for them the world would never be the same again. So whether there were 10 million angels, or just a woman and her husband, when the child was born, the whole course of history was changed. That is a fact. Art, music, literature, our whole understanding of ourselves and our world, it is impossible to conceive how world history might have unfolded had the child not been born. And for faith, the birth of the child into the darkness of the world made possible not only a new way of understanding life, but a new way of living life. Ever since the child was born, there have been people who have gotten drunk on him. No less than they get drunk on hard liquor. Or, if that metaphor seems too crude, all the way down the centuries since that child was born, there have been countless different kinds of people who, in countless different kinds of ways, have been somehow filled with his spirit, who have been grasped by him, caught up into his light, who have found themselves in deep and private ways, healed and transformed by relationship with him. So much so that they simply had no choice but to go on proclaiming what the gospel writers first proclaimed, that he was indeed the long-promised one, the long-expected one, Christ, wonderful Counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, all these curious and forbidding phrases that are attempting to express one thing and one thing only, that in this child, in the man he grew up to be, he was the power to bring light into our darkness, to make us whole, to give a new kind of light to anybody who will turn towards him in faith, even to people like you and me. And that's what Matthew and Luke are trying to say in their stories about how he was born. And that's the truth that no language seems too wild and too miraculous to them to use to try to convey it. This is the only truth that matters. The shepherd, the wise men, the stars, they're important only as ways of pointing to this truth. So, what is left to us then is the greatest question of them all. How do we know whether or not this truth is true? How do we find out for ourselves whether this child born so long ago really has the power to give us a new kind of life, in which both suffering and joy are immeasurably deepened, a new kind of life in which little by little we begin to be able to love even our friends at moments, maybe even our enemies, maybe even ourselves, maybe even God. And just say fidelis. That is the only answer I know for people who want to find out whether or not this thing is true. Come and see. Come, all ye faithful. Come, all ye who would like to be faithful, if only you could. Come, all we who are walking in darkness and are so hungry for light. Come and see. Have faith enough, have hope enough, have despair enough, at least have foolishness enough to draw near, to see for yourselves. He says, ask, and it will be given you. He says, seek, and you will find. In other words, he says that if you pray for him, he will come to you. And as far as I know, there's only one way to find out whether or not that is true, and that is to try it. Pray for him. And see if he comes in ways that only you will recognize. He says to follow him, to walk into the world's darkness as he did, to throw yourself away as he threw himself away for love of the dark world. And he says that if you follow him, you will end up on some kind of cross. But that even beyond your cross, and even on your cross, you will also find your heart's desire. The peace that passes all understanding. As far as I know, there's only one way to find out whether or not that is true. And that is to try it. Follow him and see. If you know it gets too rough, you can always turn back. Maybe you can always turn back. But that's stay for days. Come and see. Come and behold him born, the King of angels. Speak to him, or be silent before him, in whatever way seems right to you, and at whatever time. Come to him with your empty hands. The great promise is that to come to him who was born at Bethlehem is to find coming to birth within ourselves something stronger and braver and gladder and kinder and holier than ever we knew before, or than ever we could have known without him. Frederick Buechner, 2006.
first year we've ever done this. We've always had our Christmas cabarets, but now we're able to offer a free one, which I hope you have been enjoying as much as we have. My job is to get the names, but I first obviously want to thank Bill, the first junior. That was lovely. Thank you so much. I have never actually had the pleasure of hearing him speak, and I am blown away. It's amazing. It's very, very wonderful. And we are not going to be anything but wasn't for the amazing efforts and time and stress, I'm sure, and panic that we have from our dear leader, Ms. Jen Ford, who she makes us work hard, but without her, we would not be what we are. So thank you. And our amazing musician, Bill Monroe, too many meetings, but thank you, Brian. And Bill Tate on our drums. And I would like to thank personally the choir behind me, because we've had this week. We've had something Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. A lot of us also sang with Georgetown Theater Orchestra on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're back here today. So thank you to you guys. And we are so blessed to have this amazing venue to come to sing at every year at Christmas, which just makes us sound even more beautiful in a beautiful setting. So thank you to Holy Cross. And I'm making sure I'm not forgetting something. This is, as we said, a free concert. Usually we would ask for donations for us, but it's Christmas. What better time to share with those around us instead of just for ourselves? And if we have blessed you in any way tonight, we hope that you will pay that forward and also consider making a donation. As Ms. Jan mentioned earlier, all of our donations tonight are going towards the Baskerville Food Pantries program for to feed a family for Christmas. Please consider donating your baskets at the exits. Just keep that in mind as you leave today. Our last song is a song that we always sing at Christmas at the very end of our program. And this is our wish for you today and for the rest of the season. We wish you Christmas.
Thank y'all for joining us this afternoon with the Indigo Choral Society here at Holy Cross Faith Memorial Episcopal Church. Y'all have a great holiday season.